Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
The Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
And by
The Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
You can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
And by
There's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OBGYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
and by viewers and members like you.
I'm Tad Jones.
And I'm Christy Wallace. Welcome to Living Grand on Grand Lake. On this episode, we're going to tour Melody Point, one of Grand Lake's luxury gated communities.
And then we're off to Cedar Oaks RV Resort. We're going to see what it's like for the RV community that loves coming to Grand Lake.
Coming up next on Living Grand on Grand Lake.
There are people that travel from all over the country in their RVs to come to Grand Lake. We're going to visit one of Grand Lake's great RV resorts in Cedar Oaks Resort. See where the community comes down, plays a little music, and has a great time in their RVs here on Grand Lake.
We bought this park 10 years ago, and this is our home. It's a little bit of country in the middle of city. We do have cabins. They are just one room with a bathroom, but they have a full kitchen, a double bed in them, and we have TV. So they're not one of those old-timey log cabins where you go in there and have bunk beds. It is a little home. Okay, we have a boat dock. We have 2 ramps. We have trails in our meadow that you can walk or take your golf cart through. And I leave my sanity down there and go visit it every once in a while. We have a music fest going on right now that's been going on twice a year for 10 years, for 15 years, but the 10 years that we've been here also. We have about 25 acres of clear ground that you can walk on or take your dogs. We are a very, very dog-friendly park.
We love coming to Cedar Oaks. It's a great place to go. We come here a lot with our Good Sam's group, the Millennium Sam's. Dogs love it. There's places to walk the dogs. There's a boat ramp not far from here on the site where we've launched our little boat. And People are friendly.
It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Grove's real close, a lot of good restaurants, and we're here as often as we can.
We have clubs, Good Sam clubs that come in every weekend, and anybody else that wants to come camp. We have 30, 50 amp on every side. It's full hookups, lakefront sites, and fishing and anything you want to do here. Except it's not a nudist colony. You have to bring your clothes.
Hope you enjoyed that segment about Cedar Oaks Resort and the RV community. Stay tuned, so much more coming up on Living Grand on Grand Lake. I'm RSU TV's General Manager, Royal Ailes. Now, everyone complains that there's nothing to watch any longer on television, but I say there is. RSU TV brings you a unique look at our world every day, from great chefs taking you on a tour of the world with their fantastic food,
to turn your home into your favorite restaurant,
to old-time praise songs with classic gospel hosted by Bill Gaither. RSU TV is delivering the best in programming on television, and you can be a part of this. Become a member of RSU TV Signal Society. Your reoccurring gift of $10 a month will help RSU TV continue to bring great programs into your home. All you have to do is call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv and click the donate button. And when you do, we'll ask you for your credit card or check card number, and every month, $10 will be automatically deducted from your account. This is the most important thing we can do to assure that there is a tomorrow for RSU TV. And when you become a Signal Society member, we'll give you this beautiful fleece blanket and this wonderful coffee mug, both with our logo on the side. As General Manager of RSU TV, I want to thank you for your continued support of this station, the programming we offer, and the changes we're making as we become engaged in our communities.
Hello, I'm Christy Wallace, coming to you from the shores of Grand Lake, and I have been waiting for this show all year long. 4th of July is my favorite week of the year. It's a huge celebration on Grand Lake, and I'm excited to have as my guest today Joe Harwood. Joe, you're the owner of Arrowhead Yacht Club and Cherokee Yacht Club, but also something our viewers may not know is your nickname that the Oklahoma Department of Tourism has given you, the Godfather of Grand Lake. Joe, you obviously have a long history on our lake, going way back.
Yes, I do. And probably the thing that I'm most well known for is the Duck Creek Fireworks, which has gone on longer than I have. And in fact, it is the single longest running event on Grand Lake. Has been taking place since the end of the Second World War.
And for good reason. It is amazing. I tell people all the time, you have never seen a fireworks show until you've seen Duck Creek Fireworks. It is something spectacular about those fireworks going off and on the water and the air show and all of the people. I mean, how many boats do you think are anchored out in Duck Creek?
There's got to be something in the neighborhood of over 3,000 boats.
Unbelievable. I mean, you can just walk from boat to boat to boat, almost all the way across Duck Creek sometimes.
And, the number of people on the banks and all that, it's like Grand Lake's largest spectator event.
It is unbelievable. Well, how did you get started with this fireworks show?
The fireworks show, as I mentioned, it started shortly after the Second World War. And there were the charter members of the Cherokee Yacht Club used to do a fireworks show. They would bring their own family fireworks show and sit on the bank and shoot them off. In the 50s and 60s or so, a gentleman by the name of W.W. Bill Bailey from Veneta, Oklahoma, he kind of took over the show and he turned it into a club event. And he ordered the fireworks, shot them, and arranged fireworks companies and the whole thing, and kept the thing alive and the event viable. And the Cherokee Yacht Club closed in the mid-'80s, and so he turned it over to me, and it wasn't something I volunteered for. He just decided that I was the one that should take this over.
He knew you'd be the right person.
Well, it was the right people, not the right person, and I've been very blessed by the support of the local businesses and people all over Duck Creek and all over Grand Lake that donate to the fund every year. And the show has taken off to where now it is one of the largest shows in the 4th state, and unquestionably the biggest show in the state of Oklahoma.
That's amazing. How much money do you have to raise to put this on?
We have a $120,000 budget, and it's a fireworks show and an air show. And we have an afternoon air show by the Warbirds out of Tulsa Jones Airport, and it's a fantastic event. The planes are on the ground at the Ketchum Airport prior to the show in the afternoon. They'll be available at 4 p.m. and the crowd can go out there and actually talk to the pilots and touch the planes. And that's a really neat deal. And we've got some outstanding planes that are going to be in the show. And this year's show will be the best and the finest fireworks show we have ever produced. I guarantee it.
I believe you. Now, Mr. Bailey used to shoot those off himself, Joe. Are you out there on that barge shooting those?
No, I most certainly am not.
It's a professional, huge show, controlled by computers.
It's electronically shot. And like I said, the thing I always like to make a point about the Duck Creek fireworks is I never forget to keep thanking people who donate the money, because they are the ones that make it possible.
Well, absolutely. Of course, it wouldn't happen without you, but I know it definitely takes a village to put on this show. So you can watch from water. Of course, the boats start gathering early in the day. People are picnicking on their boats. Of course, lots of activities taking place at Arrowhead and Cherokee Yacht Club. Where can you see the show from land?
Land base, there is the Duck Creek boat ramp down at the Duck Creek Bridge. The Baker's RV Ranch, there's access all up and down Duck Creek for miles, actually.
Yeah, of course, you can see the fireworks
You
for
can
miles
see them
away,
for long ways
view
away.
there.
And even, in fact, out at the Ketchum Airport, they say they can see the show from there.
So you can check out the planes, watch the fireworks. Well, Joe, thank you for joining us today, and looking forward, I hope our guests will join us for Duck Creek Fireworks Show taking place on July 4th. For more information, visit duckcreekfireworksok.com. Now back to you, Tad.
July 4th is coming up, and it's when we celebrate as a country our Independence Day, and there have been so many people that have fought and died for our country and our freedoms all over the world. And we have a special event coming up that Grand Lake Casino is putting on to honor some of our wounded veterans, and we have a special guest with us in Tidra Palladino. Thank you for being here with Grand Lake Casino.
Thank you.
And tell us a bit about this event that's coming up that you're putting on.
Well, it's benefiting the Wounded Warrior Project, and we're going to be doing a poker run. All participants need to be at Grand Lake Casino in Grove, Oklahoma at 9 a.m. for registration. Last bike out is at 10:30 a.m. Then they'll come back to the casino by 2 p.m. And we're actually giving away a Indian classic motorcycle.
Oh, wow, that's great. A great incentive there. And you have a special ceremony also that morning at 9:45. You have a flag raising ceremony? Is that right?
Yes, we absolutely do. Before the bikes head out, we'll be doing that ceremony. They'll also get $5 free play. There's other prizes and door prizes that are going to be offered whenever they return to the casino.
All right. So how does the poker run work? Are they just traveling all over the lake? How's the format work?
They are. There's some beautiful roads that they're going to be traveling around the lake. Our first stop is going to be Roadhog Saloon. Our second stop will be Pickles in Langley, and then our third stop will be Iron Frog in Grove, Oklahoma, and then back to Grand Lake Casino in Grove.
Oh, wow. So that's going to be a big deal.
Yes.
Traveling all over the place, beautiful Grand Lake, and hopefully it's a perfect day out as well. So if people want to find out more information on this event, where do they need to go?
They can call the casino. The number is 918-786-8528. They can call the casino and ask for information on that, or go to our website.
All right, well, very good. Well, Tidra, thank you so much, and it's a very important thing, the Wounded Warriors Project, and that money goes towards that event. Is that right, or towards that group?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, well, thank you so much, and we've got so many events going up on this weekend. We've got more coming up soon. Grand Lake is a huge body of water, 1,300 miles of shoreline, and monitoring all that water, making sure the quality of it, we are so fortunate to have an organization like the Grand River Dam Authority that goes in and monitors that water. And we've got a special guest with us today, Justin Albertich. He's the Communication Director with GRDA. Justin, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me today.
You bet. Thanks for being here. Let's talk a little bit about the water quality and how you guys monitor and the great job that you guys do in the quality of monitoring the water.
Well, it starts with our Ecosystems Department, TAD. They're headquartered at our Ecosystems and Education Center, of course, in Langley. And that's a department that really began in 2004. And since then, we've tried to really bring a greater focus to lake management issues, because this body of water, we all know just how important it is for everybody, all users, whether the fish, fowl, of course, humans, and the economic development that it brings to the area. So as part of GRDA's mission, just to be a good steward of the Grand River resources, we've really ramped up our lake management efforts over the last decade, I would say, and the monitoring program is really key to that.
Yeah, and you've got the ecosystem building down in Langley, but you also have monitoring stations all throughout the lake.
Yeah, we actually have 14 permanent sites that are GPS locations in Grand Lake that are monitored once a month through most of the year, and then as we get closer to the boating season, heavy boat traffic, heavy lake usage times, our guys will go out and monitor about every other week just to stay on top of trends and what the lake's doing there. So there's 14 sites that are permanent that they draw water samples from. We also have our always on, I would call it, our real-time monitor located above the dam at Pensacola, and then one in the tail race below, and then the same thing at Kerr Dam on Lake Hudson. These are devices that are taking water readings at every meter from the bottom of the lake up, and that information then is piped in directly to our website so that the public can get real-time access on some of the data there as well.
That's great. And also with the fishery, you guys do a lot with fish care, a lot of great fishing tournaments. Of course, we have the Bassmaster Classic here and other tournaments, but you guys do a lot with the fish care and the water quality as well.
Well, it's important to protect the fisheries, because when you protect the fisheries, the fishermen like to come, and we see what something like the Bassmaster can do for the economy of the area. So GRDA is happy to be involved with that program. If you're around the lake much at any of these fishing tournaments lately, you've probably seen our fisheries coordinator Brent Davis with his catch and release trailer that we've just introduced this year. So protecting the fisheries is also just as important as doing what we can to enhance the shoreline and monitor the water quality.
All right, very good. Well, people from all over the country come around to Grand Lake, and they want to find out more information. Where do they go?
They can go to our website, grda.com, and see some of the real-time data that we have from these monitors. They can also see the information that we've uploaded from our GPS locations. The tourism department also has a checkmyoklake.com site. GRDA's information on Grand Lake and Lake Hudson is also uploaded there as well.
All right, well, Justin, thank you so much. GRDA does a fantastic job in checking for water quality all across the lake, and we're just grateful to have you guys working with everybody on this lake. It is a very important part of what we do. Well, we got more coming up in just a moment.
Don't miss the 5K Color Run presented by Integris Grove Hospital and Grove Dental Associates on June 28th. Race day registration will take place from 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. in the parking lot of Integris Grove Hospital Physician Building at 900 East 13th Street in Grove. Race day registration fee will be $25 and includes t-shirts while supplies last. The pre-registration fee is $20 and participants are guaranteed a t-shirt. Proceeds benefit the Integris Hospital Foundation.
I'm Jennifer Sterling, Program Manager for RSU Public TV. One of the things I love about being part of RSU TV is that it's much more than just a television station, really more like a family. Our viewers are committed to helping us bring the best possible programming to northeastern Oklahoma. We've introduced a new way to become part of the RSU TV family, the Signal Society. It works like this. Pledge a recurring monthly gift of $10 a month or more right now, and you'll become a member. It's automatically deducted from your credit or debit card or bank account until you cancel. It's easy on the budget for people who want to help, and we'll be able to spend less time and money fundraising. As our special thanks to you when you join the Signal Society, you'll receive a beautiful RSU TV stadium blanket and etched coffee mug. It's so easy to join and help us keep all those great programs on the air. Just call 1-800-823-7210 or go online to rsu.tv. We appreciate your support. If you've been a member for a while, thank you so much. And if you're new, welcome to the family.
Where the shores of Grand Lake are covered with special neighborhoods and communities, and today we're going to tour one of my favorites, Melody Point, a luxury gated community that features more than 1/2 mile of Grand Lake shoreline. So stay tuned and take a look at Melody Point.
So as far as Melody Point, it is very unique. We had a vision when we started Melody Point to create an environment for people that were coming from the city to come to a home that wasn't just like their home in the city. I wouldn't trade this life for a million years. I did go to Dallas for about 3 years, and it doesn't compare. The lake life is a lot better. It's a little slower. A lot better entertainment on the water. I live at the top of Melody Point. It's the most interior lot. It takes me about a minute and a half to get to the boat docks by golf cart, and I'm on my boat and playing on the water within 5-10 minutes. So the lifestyle is fantastic. We're a little bit more unique because our homes are very upscale. Although they're rustic and they have that natural feel on the outside, when you walk in, you're going to have, wood scraped hardwood floors. You're going to have, beautiful granite, top of the line appliances. The homes are fantastic when you walk into them. All of them, we try to position them so that you have a view to the lake. No matter where you are, even if you're interior, up on the big hill, you're still going to have water views. So we really try to create an environment that even if you can't have the lakefront water property, you're still going to have the lake experience, no matter where you are in Melody Point. We have created a golf cart system here, which is really cool because all the homes here have golf cart garages, so everyone has a golf cart. And it's not required, but it would be silly not to. So everyone comes down to the pool or goes to the boat docks with golf carts, and half the people here tonight probably either walked or came by golf cart, and everybody just travels that way. We've got paths that go all the way through Melody Point, so you're barely on the streets of Melody Point. You can just go by golf cart path anywhere you want to go, including the boat docks. Our boat docks are golf cart accessible. They're brand new as of 2 years ago, and they're beautiful structure. You can take your golf cart from your home all the way to your boat and load your boat and go. We are having a Melody Point cookout, which we do very regularly. We do them at the pool a lot of times in the summer. We also have a clubhouse up the hill a ways that we have Friday night happy hours. Every Friday night, everyone brings a dish, brings their drink, and has a happy hour every Friday night. So there's the position and the location of Melody Point is also really great for people that are either weekends or full-time. I'll get a phone call at 8 in the morning and say, hey Terry, your boat cover's blown off, but don't worry, I put it on for you. So there's just some really great homeowners at Melody Point already.
Well, as you can see, residents of Melody Point feel like every day on Grand Lake is a vacation. We hope you enjoyed this special behind-the-scenes tour of this unique community on Grand Lake. Stay tuned, we have more coming up.
This week I would like to talk about towing activities such as skiing, tubing, and wakeboarding. These activities are prohibited between sunset and sunrise or anytime the visibility is obstructed. The first thing that we need to remember is the proper life jacket for each of those involved in the activity and make sure it's designed for that activity. The next thing that we need to have is the proper convex mirror to allow us to see not only in the direction that we're going, but the people that are involved in the activities behind the vessel. We can also use a person 8 years of age or older to monitor the people involved behind the boat in these activities. The watercraft that we use for towing activities needs to accommodate 2 or more people or the combined total of those involved in the activity. Have a safe day.
You know, Christy, I think we've got this figured out.
Yeah.
Step one,
Step
get you an RV and come to Grand Lake.
Absolutely. Step 2, after you figure out you cannot live without the Grand Lake magic, then you move to Melody Point and buy a home so you can live the Grand Lake dream all the time.
Absolutely. And we hope you'll join us next week for Living Grand on Grand Lake.
Livin' Grand on Grand Lake is made possible in part by
the Grand Lake Association is in its 60th year promoting the Grand Lake region in partnership with the Oklahoma Department of Tourism. Located in Grove, the Grand Lake Visitor Center welcomes people from around the country and provides information on where to stay, shop, eat, area services, and activities around Grand Lake. The GLA also sponsors the Pelican Festival in September with crafts, a parade, and a carnival. The Grand Lake Boat and Sports Show in March, and the Grand Lake Extravaganza, the world's largest bass tagged event. More information is available at grandlakefun.com.
And by
the Grand River Dam Authority is Oklahoma's state-owned electric utility, fully funded by revenues from electric and water sales instead of taxes. GRDA's low-cost, reliable power touches 75 of 77 counties in Oklahoma. At no cost to taxpayers, GRDA also manages 70,000 surface acres of lakes in the state, including Grand Lake, Lake Hudson, and the W.R. Hallway Reservoir. Today, GRDA's 500-member workforce continues to produce the same power for progress that has benefited the state for over 75 years.
And by
you can experience the excitement. You can experience the fun. You can experience the freedom. Your adventure awaits.
And by
there's no need to travel for quality health care. Integris Grove Hospital provides exceptional care close to home. From primary care to specialists like OBGYN, cardiology, orthopedics, urology, ophthalmology, and more. Integris Grove Hospital. Quality care close to home.
And by viewers and members like you.